The biggest tip I have for you in this video while lane splitting is to not go so fast. It might seem obvious, but the slower you go, the more time you have to react to hazards on the road. What I highly suggest you do is to not go over 15-20 miles per hour lane splitting. Even 20 miles per hour over the flow of traffic is crazy dangerous. But, you know, with all things on a bike, there is more danger that comes with it. So how will you know that you're going 15 over or 15 faster than the flow of traffic? Well, if I'm keeping up with this car and we're both going around like 30, 32, I know that 48 would be the upper limit to go, because 15 miles per hour and lower, you have far greater chance of reacting to hazards. And another big tip I have for you is to always cover the front brake. You never know when you might need it. I have another tip for you. If you can, a lot of people have their windows tinted nowadays, but if you can, always be looking towards their face in their side view mirror to see if they're head checking. That's a good indicator that they might want to switch lanes. Another good rule of thumb is to be looking at their front wheels quickly. So you don't want to stare at it and target fixate on both sides of the car's front wheels. You just want a very quick glance and you would be good to go. Because there are always things changing and you don't want to fixate on something that can turn catastrophic very, very quickly. Another good indicator is if the cars in front of you are braking, that could be an indicator that they're going to change lanes. So again, cover that front brake and use it accordingly. Yeah, so those are the biggest 3 tips. And also speeding out of people's blind spot, that's another one. So let's see, tip number 1. Drive or ride 15 miles per hour or under the flow of traffic, because the slower you go, the faster you'll have time to react. Tip 2. The fuck was tip 2? Check the side view mirrors and see if people are head checking. Woohoo! Don't do as I do. Do as I say, huh? And always be checking the front tires of the cars. And that's pretty much it. Get out of their blind spot. That's a bonus one. Yeah. I think that's it. Do this for a little bit longer. If you want to hang out, that's really all the knowledge I have for you in this video. But if you want to hang out with me as I commute back to the home, let's hang out together. Oh, and that's another thing too, is if you're on the painted lines, you have far less traction. Actually, I don't want to say far less, but you do have less traction as opposed to being on the actual road, because it's a painted line versus the actual road. So less grip, right? Paint equals a higher or a less coefficient of friction, meaning you don't have as much grip if you were to brake or accelerate. So just be very gradual with both inputs, braking and accelerating. Alright, so you see a lot of people on the right are braking. You might get that one person that gets really impatient and just wants to go into these pockets of space. Oh, that's a big one that I forgot to mention is if there's a pocket of space between cars, guess what? Like concentration gradients in biology, things want to gravitate to the lesser resistance. So hey, why not go into this pocket of space? Just be very careful with that too, even if you do have a double yellow. Now we finally have some open room. So nice. Awesome guy. Super cool. Alright, so here we go. We're approaching some traffic here. I do need a lane change actually to get onto my exit. So again, gauge the speed. So right now flow traffic is about 35. I invite you to not go higher than 50. Is there a hard rule going over 15 miles per hour? Absolutely not, but just be careful. You know, that's the name of the game, especially on a bike. But what is life without a little bit of risk? So now that we're not in the fast lane split, things get a little bit dicier. Just be careful. Everything still applies. And here's the thing, cars are not obligated to make room for you, okay? So don't get mad or impatient, because we're all human at the end of this life and the beginning of this life. So fucking relax, huh? Oh, like, so this guy wants to go. Again, it's not a race. Try to get home. No point of winning the race if you die, huh? No point of winning the race unless you die quicker than you should. And you're in control of how quickly you die and how well you live. A really amazing quote that's been sticking with me is, how can one repeat the same year 75 times and call it a life? What's life without taking risks, chances? Okay, that's all. Goodbye.